is Locked On Bets, the daily betting show that means business from the Locked On Podcast Network. Hosted by Lee Sterling and Kevin Rogers, they're dropping fearless picks with an inside edge to put money in your pocket. If there's action, they've got the lock. This is where smart bets start. It's Locked On Bets.
Welcome into Locked On Bets here on the Locked On Podcast Network. Kevin Rogers and Lee Sterling with you, and we thank you again for making Locked On Bets your first listen of the day. I am with you from Prize Picks, formerly a Vegas Insider, and Lee Sterling of Paramount Sports, back after a bit of a hiatus with the show, but we are ready for the summer and then taking you into football season. Lee, it's good to talk to you again. Good to see you.
Oh, yeah, it's exciting that we're back, and we're going to give listeners and viewers of our podcast 3 to 4 of the bets that we're looking at and could possibly make each day. So we're going to do a lot of studying, and we're going to, I think, be able to find some winners. We're not going to win every day or every single week, but we're going to win more than we're going to lose. And excited that everyone's back and along for the ride.
Yeah, and we'll have a couple baseball games today. Also, we'll have a college football win total, so we're not going to neglect football. We'll have that coming up, but let's get right into it.
Oh, boy. Last one out, turn off the lights. This one's a blowout.
The blowout special, we're going to start in baseball, a player prop, the Phillies and the Padres from Philadelphia. And Lee, who are you circling tonight in that game?
All right. When I'm looking at player props, I want players that are consistent. Trey Turner hitting $299 for the year. You may think $299, that's not great, but very few hitters hit above 300. He's going to be facing a San Diego pitcher, Matt Waldron, making his season debut. And what type of pitcher is? He's a knuckleballer. And knuckleballers, if you understand what that's all about, they need repetition. So he might be a little nervous making his season debut. Knuckleballers love, they love to get warmed up and get going. And Trey Turner's a leadoff batter. When you're a leadoff batter, a lot of times you get that extra at bat. So as opposed to taking someone that bats leadoff, 5th or 6th in the lineup, he might get 4, sometimes 5, and Friday night, he had 6 at-bats. And how did he do in that game? Well, he only had 4 hits. He also has power, 11 home runs on the season, and speed to turn a single into a double. We're going to say this is my blowout special. Trey Turner, over 1.5 bases, -110. I think he gets the job for us done tonight. And who knows, he gets a double or a home run to lead off. We can turn the game off.
They say you'll miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So bet a little. Win a lot.
Well, tonight, Lee, I'm going to look out at the West Coast. Only 8 games in Major League Baseball, but the Royals and the Mariners, they meet in Seattle. A very interesting scheduling spot here for the Mariners off a 10-game road trip. They took 2 of 3 at Texas. All 3 games went to extra innings, and now you got to turn around, go back to the Pacific Northwest. It's going to be a tough one against Kansas City, and the Royals, I think, are happy to be away from home. They lost 2 of 3 to the Dodgers. They've been terrible at home, but going on the road, probably a little more confidence for them. And Michael Wacha, he gets the start for Kansas City tonight, and he's 4-1-2 on the road in the first 5 innings. That's what we're going to concentrate on in this game. We're going to take the Royals plus 124 at FanDuel in the first 5 innings. Michael Wacha, only once in 7 road starts, has trailed after 5 innings. George Kirby gets the start for Seattle. He has not been the same since success last year. He's led 1 time in 7 starts through 5 innings for the Mariners. Also for Kansas City, in their last 9 road series openers in the first 5, they've not trailed 1 time, 5-0-4 in those games. So we're going to go with the Kansas City Royals in the first 5, plus 124 at FanDuel, as our bet a little, win a lot for this evening in Major League Baseball. Coming up, we have You know what, too, Lee? This is a spot where you look at a team that has struggled and people want to be down on them, but yet this is a good time to take them. And also Seattle off this long road trip. I got to believe that coming back home, it's going to be a struggle, at least early on. So we're going to take a shot there with the Royals. But the good news is, Lee, we don't have one. We have two locks of the day coming up for our return show. We have baseball, also college football. It's around the corner. We're 2 months away. The countdown is beginning. We have a college football win total from the SEC. That is coming up, and we're looking forward to that. So all of that is straight ahead. You are watching Locked On Bets. Want to tell you about FanDuel. And FanDuel, it's a fantastic sports book. New customers get $150 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. Major League Baseball is going on right now, but also the WNBA. They're off tonight. They're back tomorrow. You have WNBA all summer. And then you have the football, all the football, NFL, college football. Already week 1 lines are up for both sports. So if you want to get in on that. Also, the NBA draft was last week. Cooper Flagg, he's the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. You can bet on that or find maybe somebody at plus money that you want to take a shot at. Those NBA awards are up there, and you have NHL for next year as well with the Panthers just winning. You could bet on them or bet on someone else to win the Stanley Cup next year. You have all the choices at FanDuel. Download the app or head to FanDuel.com to get started. You can bet with FanDuel. They are the official partner of the NBA, and you have all summer, all year, every day. And you can go to FanDuel.com now. As we bring on Lee Sterling once again from Paramount Sports, guess what? It's time for Lock of the Day. For not only one, we get two. We get double your pleasure here on a Monday.
Open it, open it, open it! Lee has the key to the Lock of the Day.
Since it's the Lock of the Day and it's Monday and we're back after a hiatus, you know what we're going to do? Not one, but two locks of the day, one in baseball and then one in college football. Let's start on the diamond tonight. And we're looking at Cardinals, Pirates, two teams on fire, both off sweeps this past weekend. What gives in Pittsburgh? Lee, what do you have here?
First time this year that both teams had weekend sweeps, and St. Louis, impressive, took out Cleveland by a combined 21-6 total runs advantage. And then the Pittsburgh Pirates, the lowly Pittsburgh Pirates, took out the New York Mets, and the New York Mets fans are in complete meltdown. I saw over social media, some of their fans are burning jerseys, burning pennants. I mean, it has gone full nuclear meltdown. They took them out by a combined 30-4 runs advantage over the weekend. Now, the top three hitters for St. Louis, I think are going to have trouble hitting the Pittsburgh pitcher, Andrew Heaney. Well, everyone knows Skeens. They bet Skeens, but Heaney has been a full 3 points lower at home, hovering below 3. He goes deep in games because they had such an easy way of winning all weekend. The entire bullpen is available tonight. The top three hitters for St. Louis have trouble hitting Andrew Heaney. Alec Burleson hitting just .662 OPS versus lefties. Brendan Donovan just .605. And Ivan Herrera is back from the DL with a hamstring injury here. So he may not be in top form to start off for tonight. We're going to go with my level one lock here. Lock of the day. Pittsburgh Pirates get the job done and win their fourth straight over the St. Louis Cardinals -110.
Should be a good game inside the NL Central with both of those teams, and we'll see if the Pirates can keep it up at home. So the baseball, we've discussed plenty today, but college football right around the corner. I know it's still 2 months, but the preview magazines are out. Everyone's getting excited about it, and college football up ahead, so win totals as well. the Southeastern Conference. It matters more. Only that conference it matters more. Not everywhere else, but that conference it matters more. And Lee, the Florida Gators, Billy Napier, that seat is on fire, but he cooled it down a little bit with a good ending to last year. What do you like with the Florida Gators for this season in the Swamp?
So you have to understand what was going on last year with the Florida Gators. They got thrashed by the University of Miami opening week, and all of a sudden, I mean, it went from a rebuild to Billy Napier. He literally was probably a half away from getting fired. They were sitting at 4-5. They were playing LSU, trailing at halftime, and I think it was an 80-90% shot they were going to let him go after the game if they got fired and they fell to 4-6. What did they do? They rallied in that game, won the game 27-16. The next week, they knocked off an impressive Ole Miss team by 7 points. And then to end the season, they routed your Florida State Seminoles and thrashed Tulane in the bowl game. Rest is history. They finished 8-5 on the season. So I think he's safe this year unless the bottom falls out and they go 4-8. Now they have a quarterback in DJ Lagway, played in less than half of the games. He started just 6 games. What did he do in those 6 starts? He won 5 of the 6. Their offensive line, a lot of people think it's bad. Well, 2 years ago, they were bad. They allowed 39 sacks. Last year, they cut that all the way down to 20. This year, they'll be even better. They allowed just very few pressures. He has a lot of escapability. They added in a couple transfers there. This could be a top 10, top 15 line. And then I also watch a lot of spring games. And they have a true freshman wide receiver his name is Eugene Wilson. This kid is a game breaker. He's number 6. Pay attention to him. And being a former college quarterback, I can get something out of watching these spring games. Now they've got 2 guys. Eugene Wilson is their game breaker, but Dallas Wilson is the guy they added, true freshman. And I think they're going to be able to stretch defenses. Their defense didn't bring in a lot of guys in the transfer portal, but they were solid last year. Allowed just 3.8 yards per carry. Strong pass rush. They had 39 sacks here, and a game to look out for. Also, I like to give people look ahead situations. If Miami beats Notre Dame and then has 2 cupcakes, remember, Miami was ready for Florida last year. That was their game of the year. They were never the same after that game. If Miami beats Notre Dame and it's 3-0 at home and Florida comes in week 4, I think the Gators will be ready for them. Might be a spot there. Just mark it, getting maybe 5 or 6 points to look at. But I think this Florida team is going to be strong this year. I'm going to play the over 6.5 wins, even though they have a tough schedule. They're going to win 7, maybe 8 or 9 games this year. We're going to go with my level 2 lock here. Florida Gators over 6.5 wins on the season. Billy Napier, he's got this team turned around.
So 2 locks today, the Pirates over the Cardinals and the Florida Gators over their win total in the SEC. Coming up this season, it should be an interesting year in Gainesville to see what the Gators do. And if Billy Napier really is the guy, he's the next Steve Spurrier there, or Urban Meyer in Florida, not the next Jim McElwain. But we shall see how that all turns out. So a very successful first Locked On Bets in the books, back for the summer and then going into football season into the fall. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Locked On Bets. Also, you could find the podcast version on all of your favorite platforms. You could find me on X at Rogers Picks and Lee Sterling at Paramount Sports. Lee, what do you have going on right now at Paramount Sports?
Well, a little welcome back from me, and I'd love to help people out build the bankroll heading into the football season, and we're red hot in baseball, and we have also added player props. You want to try us out on player props a full 10 days, and we average probably 3 selections a day. 10 days, we tweaked, like I said, check us out on Twitter, but we will text you these tweets, 10 days, just $50. You can sign up right now. ParamountSports.com.
And that's going to be it's a great deal, and to get you through the summer before you get back to fall, very busy fall with college football and the NFL. So looking forward to all of that. And again, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back on Tuesday, and the calendar flips to July. So July 1st, looking forward to that. We'll have more baseball plays as well as another football win total. So that is all straight ahead coming up on Tuesday. For Lee Sterling, I am Kevin Rogers. Thank you so much for tuning in to Locked On Bets as part of the Locked On Podcast Network.